Hey, we back. So let's talk about why people over 30 should start a YouTube channel. So, firstly, if you've been like me, you probably started YouTube 1,000 times over. I first started my YouTube channel back in 2019, 6 years ago. 6 years ago, do you hear me? 6 years ago. I posted a couple videos, then went off of it, came back, posted a couple more videos, went off of it. It was basically a rinse and repeat cycle. You know, I would get back on YouTube, post, and I wouldn't go off of it. Wouldn't post for the longest to get back on it, and then I'm gonna post every week, and then it never end up happening, kind of thing. And I was consuming so much content on YouTube, and I'm like, man, I could really do this. Like, this is what I really want to do. I want to be a content creator, a YouTube creator to be specific. And I kept putting it off for the longest until I was like, you know what? Let me just really do this, because I know this is what I want to do. I'm always on YouTube, watching YouTube. I watch more YouTube than TV. I'm constantly trying to learn something, better myself, pick up some new skills, watching it for entertainment purposes, watching podcasts or Vlad TV. So many different channels I watch. Filmmaking, because I'm really into filmmaking and stuff like that, cinematography, so I'm watching stuff like that. So it just came down to the boiling point. I'm like, you know what? I need to do this, because I came to a rift in my job. I've been there since 2016. Same job since 2016, out of college. I interned there, fresh out of college, and then, I ended up getting hired on full time. So I've been there about 10 years or over, to be honest, if you include my internship. So, and right now, it's not really fulfilling. It's not my passion. That's not what I want to do long term. And once you get to that point, that's not what you want to do long term. You just going through the motions. You just fucking waking up. Oh yeah, I gotta go to work. I'm blessed to have a job. It pays pretty well, pays the bills. It does what it needs to do. But like, in my heart to hearts, I know that's not what I want to do long term. That's not my calling. That's not what I was meant to do. I'm sure that's how a lot of you all feel, and that's why you want to pursue YouTube. And we all on the same page. And I'm just not being fulfilled with that job. The 9 to 5 it's not for me. I definitely am. I have entrepreneur. I definitely am an entrepreneur type. I definitely am an entrepreneurial person. I definitely am an entrepreneurial type person. I own a business, clothing brand, right here. You see it, Ox Season, sportswear brand. But yeah, I know in my heart's heart that's not what the fuck I want to do. I want to be on YouTube. I want to build a business. I want to be a content creator, creating content. I like filmmaking. I have a lot of passionate things I like, and I'm trying to integrate them all here on YouTube and show people what I like and provide value and entertainment. And another reason you should do YouTube is so you be creative. We gave up our creative bug a long time ago, in our grade school years, unless you pursue to be an artist of some sort. But me personally, this is my creative outlet. I like to make videos, I like to recreate things I see in movies and in shows, and try to integrate them in some way, form, or fashion into my YouTube channel and my videos I produce, or videos I produce for my clothing brand and whatnot. So this is a creative outlet for me. I definitely like it. I'm a film geek type of person. If I'm watching a movie, I'm paying attention to how the shot was shot, or the color grading they use. If it looks, if it has the film grade to it, I really love that. I like that vintage look. Also, storytelling, storyline, I pay attention to that. So I'm paying attention more to those things than the actual movie, which is crazy, right? I know everybody look at a movie in a different perspective, but that's my perspective. So those things, when I see, I try to integrate those into my YouTube channel and to the videos I produce for you all. Which leads me to my next point. You get to tell your story. Like, I get to tell my story like I'm telling you now. I'm telling you, what I got going on, what I'm feeling about my fucking job, what I feel about my interests. Especially if you're somebody that works from home like me. I don't get to tell my story a lot. So this is another way, an avenue for me telling my story, telling more things that I like to do, and showing you all through my videos. And then also, let's lead to my next point. Man, life is short. I done lost people. family and friends, which sucks. You know, you think somebody's gonna be here, and the next thing you know, they're gone. You get to leave something behind. So, God forbid, knock on wood, if something happened to me, at least I have something that people can go back and look at on YouTube and say, yeah, man, that's my friend. He used to do this stuff on YouTube, and just leave something to people that they enjoy, that they learn something from, that they can pull something from. Hopefully, I taught them something. Hopefully, I gave them something valuable. They can still hear my voice, but because I have something out there on YouTube. So that's another dope thing about YouTube, or why you should start. And then this brings me to my final point. Just pick up the camera and start recording. I made a video about this previously. If you haven't seen it, I put a card here, check it out. But we get in our head, man, about everything in life, whether it be, you know, people think, how you look. I can go on and name so many things, but you just gotta pick up the damn camera, start recording what you're passionate about, what you're interested in, something you're an expert at. You know, if you're a doctor, talk about, you know, stuff in the medical field. If you like to watch anime, talk about that, do reactions. There's so many things you can do on YouTube. You want to just document your story like how I'm doing. Talk about, you know, your fitness journey, your health journey, what you got going on with your brand, your business. Talk about cars, you like cars and motorcycles. There's so many things you can talk about. There's a group of people out there in the ethos that's gonna vibe with you, your tribe, and you're gonna help make their lives better, and in turn they're gonna make your lives better. So just pick up the camera. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what people think, what your friends are gonna think, your co-workers or whatever. F them, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, you got one life to live, and at least you can say you tried if you failed. And it's not even all about being, you know, some big time YouTuber. If that's your goal, it's cool, nothing wrong with that. But you want to just get up here and use that as a creative outlet, like I mentioned earlier. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I just want to leave y'all with that, you know. And I love this quote. I'm gonna leave y'all with this quote. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. So plant that seed.